So you've admitted to yourself that your coordination sucks, and now you're ready to commit to working on it. So if that's the case, and that's why you clicked on this video, take your phone, your iPad, whatever you're watching this thing on right now, go down to your drums, and let me show you some stuff. So today I'm going to show you 3 separate exercises that you can start doing on your drums from beginner to sort of intermediate level. So you want to be able to work your way up. But the point of these exercises is to help you to separate your lower half from your upper half, so your hands from your feet, and also your left side from your right side. There's a couple of specific things that you need to target when you're working on that. So these exercises involve 3 key movements that you're going to be able to transfer to your playing later. These are all just kind of sort of generic, universal things that are going to be used in your everyday playing. Good coordination is nothing but muscle memory. Anything having to do with muscle memory can be fixed with just some simple repetition. Now, all of these exercises revolve around one thing, and it's going to be centered around playing offbeat 8th notes with the left foot. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that kind of thing. All right, 3 separate exercises, and then with each one we're going to be doing something different with the kick drum, and it's just a really simple thing with the hands, just to sort of help balance everything out. So let's just first take a look at what we're going to do with the feet before we get the hands involved, because I want you to get used to playing these first. So you won't need sticks for this part. We're just going to get the feet moving so you know exactly what you're going to be doing with the hi-hat and the bass drum. Now, the first element that we want to work on is just a simple alternating pattern between the 2 feet. So this first exercise is just a basic 8th note trot between the bass drum and the hi-hat. Down beats, off beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we also want to include an exercise where both feet land at the same time at least once. So that's what this next one is. So the pattern that we're going to play on the kick for this particular one, if we're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're going to be going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this last pattern, which is going to be the most difficult of the 3, and for you beginner drummers out there and lower intermediates, this is the one that you're going to want to be able to work up to, all right? This last one involves playing 16th note beats, offbeat 16th notes on the bass drum while keeping this going with the left foot. This, for most beginner drummers, is the most challenging thing to do, so you want to definitely work on this as often as you can. Now, we're going to take this pattern from a previous video of mine where I talked about the only 3 rudiments that you need to do. I showed you a sticking pattern on the snare, and there was a back half rhythm that we were working on. So we're going to use that rhythmic pattern on the kick drum. So if you haven't seen that video, You can go ahead and check that out because that one's going to help you too. But the rhythm that we were using for the back half of that exercise, if we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, the rhythm was 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to play that pattern on the kick drum while keeping the offbeat 8s on the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that you've been introduced to the patterns, let's go back to the first one. All we're going to do with the first one, and actually all three of them, we're going to do a very simple thing with the hands where it's just quarter notes on the ride, boom, backbeat on the snare, 2 and 4. So ding, kang, ding, kang, ding, kang. That's it. Offbeat 8s on the hats, and then with each one of these different patterns on the kick drum. And that's it. So now you know exactly what to play, all right? You know what each one of your patterns are. You know what the left foot's gonna do, the kick drum and the hands. Ain't no need for no PDFs, all right? This is just some really simple things that we're gonna be playing on the kit. Start out with the feet and then slowly bring the hands in. Take your time with it and then eventually just work your speed up. Now the main goal, of course, with these and any other exercise that I show you here is to eventually make music. Because I mean, if that ain't the point, then daggone it, what are we doing here? The cool thing about these exercises is that they are all practical. This can all be used in any type of playing situation. So the fourth thing that I want you to do with these exercises is to start getting creative and mixing them up. Just kind of weave in and out between all of them. Randomize the patterns. You know what you're going to be playing on the kick now. So just play them all. Just kind of mix, match, and mash them all together. It's all going to sound good. But you can just sit and relax and then just play some really nice kind of groovy stuff while you're playing that basic offbeat eighth note thing with the hi-hats. As you start to do this, your coordination is slowly going to develop to the point where it's going to start to feel pretty easy, like even when you get to the third one. But by the time you get to the third exercise, then you've pretty much covered all the bases, right? You've kind of went through all of the general movements that you would go through with the feet when you're playing any kind of grooves. You got offbeat 16s happening, you got alternating feet happening, and you also have both feet landing at the same time. Now, here is a slick bonus for you. I'm throwing this one in for free. Another thing that you can do with these exercises, if you want to really kick this thing up and start to work on your coordination even further, with each of these kick drum patterns that I just showed you, instead of doing just the basic ting, kang, kind of thing, start to practice your rudiments over top of what you're doing with the feet, especially your paradiddles. Your paradiddles would be awesome to work on over top of these basic patterns that we're playing with the feet. Take the hands, spread them out to the toms, you know what I mean? Get creative, start hitting your cymbals and stuff. But the point is to just keep the feet going while you're doing it. That is a great way to further develop your coordination. So that's it, man. These exercises are going to kick your butt for a long time, especially for you beginner drummers out there. Coordination development takes time. So whatever you do, don't rush the process. Start slow, give your muscles some time to learn what to do, and then once they learn how to work together, then you can slowly start to work your speed up. So that's it for me, man. I'm 100% sure this video is going to help you out. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, make sure you do that before you bounce. Another thing that I want to mention is that there is a cooler way to get to the merch shop. So if you go to my homepage here on YouTube, they added a tab that says Store. If you just click on that, that'll take you straight to the shop. I got tons of different t-shirts and hoodies in there. Do me a solid, man. If you dig this channel, pick yourself up a shirt or a hoodie. It's a great way to support the channel and get something cool in return. Thanks for watching this video. Like, subscribe. Hey, don't forget to drop a comment below. See you next video.